Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh, respected brothers and sisters. I hope you're all well and in good health. And may Allah Ta'ala bless you with a wonderful day today, tomorrow, the whole future. And when we all go from this dunya, may Allah Ta'ala give me and you, all of us, husni khatima. And we meet Allah Ta'ala in such a way that Allah Ta'ala is pleased with us all, insha'Allah Ta'ala. Respected brothers and sisters, yesterday I took out, as you know, once a month or twice a month we take out a sunnah. And the idea is to send a sunnah to as many people, email it to as many people, WhatsApp it to as many people, and hope, mashallah, people follow the sunnah. And alhamdulillah, we have got a very, very positive feedback. Yesterday we sent out the 39th sunnah, and the sunnah was about nikah and about marriage, and how so important it is for every single Muslim man and woman to get married once they reach the right age, the age of puberty, once they become mature, and Allah Ta'ala, and they know for themselves that this is the right age then for them to get married, because nikah, it completes a person's iman, and obviously that is something very, very important for us. Once our iman is complete, and when we get married, it makes us it helps us in so many ways to follow the commands of Allah Ta'ala and the ways of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Anyway, today, brothers and sisters, because marriage is such a huge topic, you can go in it talk about it for hours and hours and hours. But today I actually want to talk about the day of marriage and leading up to the marriage. Not about who the boy should choose, and not about how the girl should choose and what qualities and attributes they should go for. But today I want to talk about, in a few minutes, is about the days leading up to the marriage and the day of marriage itself. Now, brothers and friends, in yesterday's sunnah I mentioned that Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam has said, "An-nikahu min sunnati." An-nikahu min sunnati. And the following hadith, فَمَنْ رَغِبَ عَنْ سُنَّتِي فَلَيْسَ مِنِّي أو كما قال عليه الصلاة والسلام. Nabi Sallallahu says, nikah is my sunnat. And Nabi Sallallahu has actually emphasized that nikah. Nabi Sallallahu could have said nikah sunnatun, nikah is a sunnah, but Rasul has said an-nikahu min sunnati, it is my sunnah, to emphasize the importance of nikah. And Hajj has such a big way of life. But the thing about nikah, brothers and sisters, just like namaz, we learn how to pray namaz. Wudu, we learn how to do wudu. Ghusl, we learn how to do it. Salah, we learn the masails of salah. Of sawm, of fasting. Hajj, we learn, because we know that we look at it, this is ibadat, and these are the pillars of Islam. In the very same way, brothers and sisters, nikah is also ibadat. Nikah is also ibadat. The way we learn how to pray namaz, we should also learn how to get married. Our responsibilities as a man, as a husband, our responsibility as a father, this is something important. Our responsibility as a mother, as a wife, this is something we also have to learn. And the way we learn it, and how do we learn it? لَقَدْ كَانَ لَكُمْ فِي رَسُولِ اللَّهِ أُسْوَةٌ حَسَنَةٌ. We learn it from the lives of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, because there is no better example and role model than Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Now, brothers and friends, today in our tradition, in our culture, some of us we come from India, some of us we come from Pakistan, some from Bangladesh, some from other countries, other towns, other cities. We come from different backgrounds, and depending where we come from, we have different cultures. But what we need to remember, culture isn't a bad thing as long as it doesn't contradict Islam. Culture isn't a bad thing as long as it doesn't go against the ta'aleem and the education of Islam. That's something very, very important. Now, what's happening recently, and it's happening more and more, what we see, what's happening, when the time of marriage comes, we as parents it's like a huge burden upon us. We think we're obliged to spend thousands and thousands and thousands of pounds. Each wedding is minimum 10, 15, 20,000 pounds these days. Hiring the hall, feeding people, the clothing, the presents, this, that, everything. And for some parents, okay, it's great, it's our son's big day, it's our daughter's big day, and we want to make it special. But لا يكلف الله نفسا إلا وسعها. We shouldn't go beyond our capacity. According to our capacity, we should invite people. First and foremost, if we can afford 50, then invite 50. If we can afford to feed 150, 150, 500, 500, 1,000. Nobody's disputing how little or how many, a lot of people. But what in all of this, brothers and friends, are 2 points here. we will never able to please all the people. Understand this. We will never able to please people. No matter how hard we try to please people, we as individuals, we as human beings will never be able to please everybody. Even on the wedding day, you cook the most delicious food. Some people will say it was too hot. Some people say the meat wasn't nice. Some people say it was too spicy. Some people say the rice wasn't cooked properly. They'll eat plenty, mashallah. But they'll always complain. The hall wasn't so well set up. The stage wasn't so good. The parking facilities weren't too good. The bride's dress wasn't so good. The groom's dress code wasn't good. No matter what we do, we'll never please people. So make an intention. My niyyah is first and foremost this wedding, and generally in life, is to please Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. If Allah is happy, then really what people say or what people think, that doesn't really matter. That doesn't really count as well, brothers and sisters. If Allah ta'ala is happy. So, first and foremost, so on the leading up to the wedding day, okay, feed 100 people, 200 people, 1,000 people, that's fine. But keep them separate. What I don't get is, why do we have to have one hall, okay, and men and women sitting together? And this is the teaching of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, ayats of the Holy Quran, and telling us, mu'mineen and mu'minat, to lower our gaze, not to look at the opposite sex. And why does Quran tell us? Why does Hadith tell us? Because Allah Ta'ala knows our fitrah. Allah Ta'ala knows our weaknesses. Allah Ta'ala knows how we work. Allah knows how we function. Allah Ta'ala knows that we are kamzoor and we are weak. خُلِقَ الْإِنسَانُ ضَعِيفًا. We are kamzoor, we are weak. So when we have a woman sitting on our table, no matter what you say, oh, she's like my sister, or he's like my brother, it doesn't work like that. For Rasulullah sallallahu was the most pak daman. Nabi sallallahu had the most taqwa. Sahaba had the most taqwa. But Rasulullah again and again told them that you need to keep yourself separate. And if with them having the most taqwa, Rasulullah could have given a fatwa, because you're my sahaba and because you're my sahabiyat, because your iman is so strong, you know what, you can mix together. But no, that wasn't the case. All of them were kept separate. This ideology, this way of thinking, oh, you know what, our iman is so strong, you know what, we don't think like that, we don't look at it that way, you know, that was that time and this is today, forget about it. Don't make excuses for your own sins. Don't make excuses for your own pleasures. Don't make excuses because you want to do things your way. Keep a barrier. Sometimes we can't afford 2 halls. Some people say you should get 2 halls. If you've got the money, alhamdulillah, 1 hall for men, 1 hall for women. Sometimes we can't afford 2 halls, until at least keep a parda in between. One side men, one side women. Simple. Keep it simple. Point number 1. Avoid mixing of the sexes, men and women, because this is the education and talim of Islam. Second point, do we have to blast music? Do we have to make guna, that everybody gets involved in the guna? Everybody gets involved in the guna. You listen to your music in your own room, in your own house. It's between you and Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. But this is, you're making everybody listen to music. And then you got the guy filming, coming around. Even when you're eating food, the guy's filming how much you're eating. You can't even eat in peace, right? And you try to complain. They say, well, you've come to the wedding, we can film what we want, we can do what we want. It's ajib, subhanallah. And then you don't go to your family's wedding. This is the worst bit. You don't go to the wedding, you don't attend the wedding. Then they get upset. Why don't you come to our wedding? Why don't you come to our wedding? You go town and there's music playing in the shops. You go to restaurant and there's men and women mixing. Subhanallah, brothers. How can you even compare? When you go to a wedding, this is your own wedding. You're in control. You can choose if you want music. You can choose if you're sitting together or not. When you go shopping in town, that's not your place. You're going for a necessity. You're going to buy some clothes. You can't tell them, people who are not Muslims, to shut down the music. Because according to them, it's perfectly fine. But we know through Quran and Hadith that music is not permissible. Music is not permissible. So my brothers and sisters, my brothers and friends, my mothers and sisters, we should try to avoid music. Okay, try to avoid music. And then, brothers and sisters, what's really, really sad these days, is that we're competing in weddings. You know, competition time. Our daughter's wedding is better. Our son's daughter's wedding is better. And the fudul and the waste of money. We got fireworks going on. An ajib thing, the sad thing is now, brothers and sisters, the new trend which is coming in the Muslim Ummah, and I'm seeing it in my city of Leicester in UK, and I'm hearing about it in other cities as well, is, DJs coming now. We got music blasting, we got belly dancers coming down, ladies, behayai, You know, where is the haya? Where is the sharam? Where is the modesty amongst us Muslims anymore? You know, the sad thing is, you know, Ramadan has just finished. It's been 1 month since Ramadan's finished. Just 1 month now. Dhul Qa'dah started now. It's not been 1 month, and for some it was just 1 week after Ramadan when the belly dancers hit our houses. And when the DJ started coming down, I said, Subhanallah, where's our aql? Where's our brains? Who are we? We are the ummatis of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. We are the ummatis. We say, where's the angels going to help us? Where's Allah nusrat? Where's Allah's help? With DJs, with belly dancing, with haram, with music, with mixing, with all the gunas. And in some weddings, dancing as well. We're dancing with each other. Men and women dancing with each other. You think Allah's help's going to come down? You know, if you're not going to fear Allah, at least fear social media. I know it sounds a bit weird what I'm saying. If you're not fearing Allah, you know, today somebody sent me a video before Ramadan, right? So, right, in a wedding, Muslim wedding, ladies in hijab, men in jubbas and big beards, and this is the irony of it all. The song was Bee Gees. What was it called? From Bee Gees, Staying Alive, right? And the men in jubbas and they're giving it the full go, and the ladies in hijab, they're all dancing. They don't even know somebody's recording on social media. I received it and I said, you know what, I'm not going to forward it to anybody. Right? Because if somebody's guna, I don't want to forward it to anybody. And I would tell people who've got cameras and social media, is don't forward people's gunas. Don't forward people's dancing. Don't forward people doing guna. A Muslim is the one who conceals another Muslim's gunas. Right? Al-Muslimu man salim al-Muslimuna min lisani. We know through our hands and through our actions, we don't give taklif. If somebody's doing guna, that's between them and Allah. But don't forward other people's gunas and don't forward other people's actions. But what I'm saying, brothers and sisters, social media is so dangerous that you're just sitting with a lady, or you're talking with a lady. You might be innocently, somebody just take a snap and it's out in the open. You're dancing. That's all wrong anyway. But you're dancing and you did it at that moment. People recording, people are sending the videos down, it's become viral. And when I saw the video, I was so sad. It hurt me because you know what? Men in jubbas like myself, dancing, full flow. Ladies in hijab, dancing. Where's the sharam gone? And I mentioned in my Jummah bayan this last week, that okay, it's my wedding. I called a DJ, I called belly dancers. That's my guna. The people who have come, who attended the wedding, why don't they walk out? Why don't they say, no, I'm not going to attend this? Everybody will say afterwards, astaghfirullah, they were belly dancers. But they're all present in the majlis. They're all watching the belly dancer with big eyes. Right? You're all enjoying the fun. Then they go, astaghfirullah, you know, there was a belly dancer. Why don't you leave the gathering? When there's music, leave the gathering. Then you say, Monsab, you know what? Family will get upset. So family gets upset. Right? That's so important. Allah gets upset. That doesn't matter. This is the problem. Our priority is my mother shouldn't be upset, my dad shouldn't be upset, my brother shouldn't be upset, my sister shouldn't be upset, my uncle, auntie shouldn't be upset. But if Allah is upset, it's okay. We'll deal with it. Brothers and sisters, understand who we are. We're calling belly dancers, we're calling DJs, we're doing music. From the first day of your son and daughter's marriage, from the first day of our marriage, we've done so many haram actions. We've committed so many haram actions, and you really think Allah's help is, and there's going to be barakat in our wedding, and then you come up to the Mawlana and you say, Mawlana, make dua for my son and daughter. How can we make dua for your son and daughter when you've decided to do so many haram actions in one day? You think about it. From the day you've done 20, 30 haram actions, and you've brought the ghazab and anger of Allah Ta'ala on your son and daughter's wedding day, and you think there's going to be barakat in the wedding? You think Allah's rahmat's going to be in the wedding? You've pleased everybody and you've displeased Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. You think there's going to be barakat inside the wedding? Impossible. Brothers and sisters, understand. We do so much fuzul and extravagance that even the non-Muslims don't do so much. I don't think even the Hindus do as much as we do. I don't even think the Christians do as much as we do. I don't think even the Sikhs do as much as we do. We have gone out of control. We are inviting the punishment of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. We have gone completely crazy. We have become insane. We have forgotten who we are. We have forgotten we are the ummatis of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. And it's shameful. Ladies in hijab, men in beards, they're all dancing and rejoicing and mixing and talking. Everybody on a wedding day becomes brothers. Everybody becomes sisters, enjoying themselves. Brothers and sisters. And you know what the sad thing is, on a wedding day, they'll invite people like a Maulana or be ladies in niqab, and they'll dump them in one corner here, and you can eat over here, while all the gunas gone over here, you sit in one corner and we'll save your food. Forget it. You know, are we that desperate for food? Right? Yes, we wish you best and we make dua for you. But don't treat us like, you know, little, small little thing that you put us in one corner, put a little divider there and say you eat in the corner. Everybody's mixing over here, but you can eat in the corner. No, I ain't got time. Somebody would say, Maulana, come sit in the kitchen. You think I'm going to sit in your kitchen and everybody's doing gunas over there? Forget about it. And I've learned over lifetime, brothers and sisters, you know, people will get upset, people can get upset, right? On these sort of, right? I'm not saying I'm perfect. I'm full of sins. I'm full of gunas. And Allah Ta'ala knows my gunas. But I'm not going to guna. I would rather do guna quietly at home rather than doing guna openly, in front of all the people. Not to say I'm justifying the guna at home. That's wrong as well. But are we that desperate for food that you go to a wedding hall and people serve you and there's gunas going on? My brothers and sisters, remember one thing. Those people you're trying to please today, and I'm going to end it with this. Those people we're trying to please, okay, on the mehendi, on the leading up to the wedding day, all the food, all the drink, that's not a problem, right? But in all of this, we're doing all the gunas, and we displease Allah. When we die, those people we try to please, none of them are going to come and help us in front of Allah. None of them are going to come in our qabr and our grave and help us answer for our questions. We got to do it on our own, and we can only help ourselves if we follow the commands of Allah Ta'ala and the ways of Rasulullah Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam. Brothers and sisters, fear Allah and follow the ways of Rasulullah, because there's going to be a day when the trumpet is going to be blown and when we stand up from our qabr and we're going to face Allah and Rasulullah Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam. I ask you the one question, and I leave you with this. When we stand up from our qabr and when we stand before Allah and when we stand before Rasul, tell me, and I'm going to say it again, those who blast the music, those with the belly dancing, those with the DJing, those with mixing, tell me, what face are you going to show Rasulullah on the day of Qiyamah? That Rasul, I was your ummati, I was your follower. This is what I did. If we've done all of these things, there's still a chance. Make tawbah to Allah. Make tawbah Allah. If we've got our sons and daughters marriage coming up, make it simple. Feed as many people as you want. The best food, whatever you want, according to your capacity. Don't take qarza, don't take debt. According to what Allah's given you, invite people, a few people, handful of people, a few hundred people, a few thousand people, according to your wus'at, according to your capacity. But at the end of it all, brothers and sisters, fear Allah Ta'ala. The nikah khutbah, Ya ayyuhal ladhina amanu taqullah, Ya ayyuhan nasu taqu, Ya ayyuhal ladhina taqullah wa qulu qawlan sadida. All of them say taqwa, taqwa, taqwa. And when the nikah day comes, there is no such thing as taqwa. It's guna, guna, guna. Brothers and sisters, our sons and our daughters' nikah first day is so much haram going inside it. How is Allah's help and how is Rahma and Barakah come inside the marriage? Allah Ta'ala give me and you tawfiq to practice on what has been said. Wa akhiru da'wana and alhamdulillahi rabbil alamin.